Farm Friends, a new resource in Iowa City for mental health. And celebrating Black history, Iowa City features Black music and art.
New OC is in. The Iowa football's team's new offensive coordinator is ready to get started.
Wacky Weather Wednesday, warmer weather continuing this week.
All that more coming up on this Wednesday morning edition of DITV News.
Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in live to DITV and KRUI 89.7 FM. I'm Johnny Valtman.
And I'm Sarah Gala.
And we have DITV Cindy Goldberg live with us outside with our weather forecast. The temperatures have been starting to warm up. So Cindy, are they looking to stay in that way?
Yeah, Johnny, the weather is still looking to be warmer this week, although it is definitely a bit cold right now. I'm so glad to finally be standing outside on the Pentecrest. I'm live here now where it is currently 35 degrees. The weather has been warm recently, which is a huge shift from last month. And today is no different. The warm weather continues as we expect to get up to 53 degrees and as low as 34 degrees. Unfortunately, the clouds will mostly take the reins today as we will not see much of the sun. Tomorrow, however, will be the warmest day of the week, reaching a high of 60 degrees. However, the winds and clouds make it pretty gloomy out, so it may not be the spring vibes I was hoping for. I'll be back to take a look at the rest of the week in a bit, but for now, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
United Action for Youth and Community are working together to create a new healing farm. DITV's Jace Bertrand has more on the opportunities available.
I'm here at the Healing Prairie Farm, 20 acres of land dedicated to helping youths in crisis by allowing them to work with farm animals. Sitting just off Highway 6, the Healing Farm is currently finishing up renovations to the property before operations officially begin on March 1st. Home to the Kinder Farm preschool for over 50 years, United Action for Youth and Community are working together to continue the legacy of teaching youth through animals.
They can expect a bed to lay their head on and a meal to fill their belly, and all of the things that we all deserve on a daily basis.
Housing chickens, pigs, horses, rabbits, goats, and a llama, many of the animals donated to the Healing Farm by the previous owners are specialized in working with children.
It's an incredible experience to look into the eyes of an animal and feel like you can know them. And I think that translates into those youth knowing that they can have that experience with another person.
Youths in need of the Healing Farm are expected to spend up to 21 days on the property, attending therapy and working with the animals.
We do aim to have every youth client who is in the crisis stabilization unit connected with professional supports by the time they leave.
In those 3 weeks, community and UAY hope to allow a safe space for youths in crisis. The Healing Prairie Farm plans to officially begin accepting youth starting March 1st, where it will then close its doors to the public. From the Healing Prairie Farm, Jace Bertrand, DITV.
In mid-January, the University of Iowa introduced a new exhibition to the Capitol building. Facing the Inferno, the wildlife photography of Carrie Greer is a traveling exhibition making its way across the nation in success. It displays a wide array of wildfire-related images with no descriptions, intending for viewers to write the stories themselves.
The exhibition really takes this photography that Carrie's been working on for a long time and divorces it from the original context where maybe it would have been used as photography to go along with like a news story or a piece of journalism.
Greer looks to bring awareness to the concept of fire and when it is good versus bad, along with its impacts on wildlife and nationwide communities. Instructors are encouraged to expose their students to the exhibition to teach their deeper meaning behind storytelling. Iowa City funeral homes are now seeing a rise in cremations and green burials. Dan Chia, funeral care provider, has seen a massive increase in cremations in the past few years, rising to almost 70%. 60% of individuals have said they would also consider a green burial option, which entails being buried without a casket or vault. Green burials are intended to be more environmentally cautious. Celebrating Black History Month, Iowa City looked to feature Black culture at a brand new event. We have Daily Iowan Assistant News Editor Jack Moore live in the newsroom now. Jack, what happened at this event last weekend?
Yeah, Johnny, the Black History Ball was a first-of-its-kind event in the Iowa City community that featured jazz music, an art gallery, and traditional African cuisine. The art gallery highlighted Black artists and was provided by the Stanley Museum of Art. University of Iowa professor Ashley Howard gave a keynote speech about the importance of stories in Iowa, particularly from Black Iowans. The event, titled From Africa to Black Iowans, hopes to set in motion more celebrations of culture and diversity in the future.
It's a milestone because we get to represent our art, we get to represent our culture and our history, and moving forward we'd like to probably network with other people and get some ideas flowing and see some other events we could do as well later on.
The ball has set an example for more events within the Black community here in Iowa City and throughout the state. Community and organizers of the event plan to continue networking and expanding celebrations like this to happen more frequently. Back to you in the studio.
The Evans Scholarship Program at the UI is hoping to expand on campus by adding 10 students over the next 3 years. The organization also has plans to build off-campus housing for students in the program. The program provides student golf caddies with full tuition and housing. Consideration for the program is based on academic and leadership experiences, financial need, and a recommended 100 rounds of caddying experience. Now, if you're interested in that, hopefully you'll be able to hit the golf course soon, as we're going to send it back out to Sydney, who has the rest of the week's forecast.
Yeah, thanks again, Johnny. After Thursday's high of 60 degrees, the weather is going to drop again on Friday, and we will be back to some lower temps in the 50s and even as low as 20s on the weekend. While it is expected to get colder here in Iowa City again, I'm hopeful we will stay away from those negative numbers for the rest of winter. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sydney. Former President Donald Trump is not receiving presidential immunity for the January 6 trials. This means Trump is not protected from the outcomes of alleged crimes due to his presidential status. The Department of Justice began investigating claims against him back in 2022. Trump plans to appeal the decision, and it will go directly to the Supreme Court. There are some uncertainties surrounding a controversial healthcare bill here in Iowa. We now have DITV's Hannah Lipsky live on campus with more on what some are doing to bring awareness.
That's right, Johnny. I'm outside of the Medical Education Research Facility where congressional candidate for District 1, Christina Bohannon, and medical director for the Emma Goldman Clinic, Dr. Abby Hardy Fairbanks, discussed reproductive health care with UI medical students.
These are the students who are going to go out and be our next generation of physicians. We need them in Iowa. We need them in our country. And so it is really important to listen to what they need to stay in Iowa or to work in our communities.
Students were invited to engage in a discussion and ask questions from both legal and medical standpoints of the issue surrounding the 6-week abortion ban. Topics included what students can do to help protect access to reproductive health care and what a permanent ban means for their future as physicians.
So the idea that not only would I not be able to provide the services of which I am absolutely trained and very good at, I wouldn't be able to teach it. And I think that is the part that really hurts my heart the most.
The 6-week abortion ban is temporarily paused, leaving practices and clinics like OBGYNs and the Emma Goldman uncertain of their capabilities and futures in Iowa. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Hannah. And Sarah, sports here on campus. We got some big news yesterday and a first look at someone Hawkeye fans have been waiting for a while.
Yes, Johnny, we have some exciting news in Iowa football. In his first appearance in the black and gold, Iowa's new offensive coordinator, Tim Lester, introduced himself to the Hawkeye fans yesterday. Along with other coaches and athletic director Beth Getz, the talk was on the new era of the offense for the upcoming 2024 season.
You know, it's a fresh beginning for everybody right now. We're fairly young in that room in a lot of ways, and we're fairly inexperienced in terms of production, that type of thing, but I think there's a lot of potential there.
With a new player caller on the headset, Lester is ready to find the keys to success in his offensive weapons, especially in QB1, Cade McNamara.
And the things that I need him to get better at, we have to focus on, right? You get what you emphasize. So we're going to make sure that he can do the things that I think this offense should be able to do well. And then if there's things he's really good at, we're going to do them.
With spring camp coming up in April, fans will have to wait and see Lester in action. Now from AAU to high school and finally to Iowa, Owen Freeman and Brock Harding have been together every step of the way. DITV's Brady Barron has more on the Hawkeye freshman.
Owen Freeman has played a massive role for the Hawkeye men's basketball team this season, but one thing that stands out about Freeman is his connection with former high school teammate Brock Harding.
We just know where each other are going to be, know what each other like to do, can play off of each other, and it's just a lot of people don't have that luxury going into college, so we've just kind of had something we've known and just been able to build off that, get others involved in what we do, and you can just kind of see it when we're out there playing together.
Freeman committed to Iowa first, but he knew he wanted his point guard from Moline to come with him.
That was kind of in his ear, just saying that we should go play together in college. And then obviously when they were interested, like I was super happy for him, and when he was able to commit, I mean, gave him a big hug.
Freeman and Harding don't just work well together on the court, they've also taken a few classes together to help adjust to their new lives as college students.
Just kind of get to joke around with each other, make fun of each other to other people, just fun, just get to relax off the court, go to class, be a regular student for a little bit.
Freeman and Harding believe that, along with fellow freshmen Laji Dembele and Price Sanford, the sky's the limit for the future of this Hawkeye team.
See our connection getting better and better. I mean, I feel like we have a whole lot of everything in our freshman class, and I feel like we have a really good class for sure.
While they may be excited for the future, they're still making sure to enjoy their freshman season.
Getting a lot of good experience. It's a lot of fun just playing these high-level games for sure.
Between the court vision of Harding and the interior dominance of Freeman, the Hawkeyes feel like they have a powerful duo for a long time. From Carver Hawkeye Arena, Brady Barron, DITV Sports.
Now students are taking action to combat university athletic ticket scams. DITV Aiden Wards has more on Startup that started right here on campus.
In a small room on the 3rd floor of the Bell Building, SeatStock, a new platform to buy and sell student tickets, is taking action. And the idea all began with a first-hand experience.
Me and Josh want to go to a football game. Both of us got scammed. And, it's a process that needed to be fixed.
The goal of the platform is to provide users with more secure ways to exchange tickets.
Found out that 80% of Power 5 schools actually have the same process. And that to us just told us this is a market that needs to be tapped, and there's quite the opportunity here.
And the founders of SeatStock are working extra hard to keep students like themselves safe in the ticket world.
When you have a student section of 8,000 students and a good majority of them are buying or selling tickets off of somebody else, we want to make sure that all students are able to go to the game with the right protection, not have to worry about getting scammed for $50.
SeatStock is currently in the process of running a beta test, but has hopes to hit the public eye later this year.
Nothing happens overnight. That's a myth.
We've been, applying to accelerator programs, applying to pitch.
That Caitlin Clark is Big Ten Player of the Week. This is Caitlin's 26th weekly award from the conference. It was also announced that the University of Iowa women's basketball team is ranked #2 in the AP Top 25. The Hawkeyes' next game is tomorrow against the Penn State Nittany Lions right here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Now, Johnny, wouldn't you say we have an exciting sporting events coming up this week?
Yes, Sarah, I'm excited because I will be at the Iowa Penn State game tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
A lot of fun.
And sorry about that package, folks. We had some technical difficulties there. And if you need a way out of your Valentine's Day plan this year, Pizza Hut is offering something special. Some Pizza Hut locations are giving those hoping to get out of their relationships a free hot pizza to send to their soon-to-be ex. The pizza comes in a box with a broken heart and a place to write their name. Iowa residents can also ask Pizza Hut to send a goodbye text to a partner with a gift card for a goodbye pie. This offer only runs up until Valentine's Day on the 14th. Thank you for tuning in to DITV News and listening to KRUI 89.7 FM.
Be sure to head over to thedailyisland.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday. From DITV News, I'm Sarah Galla.
And I'm Johnny Valtman. Have a wonderful Wednesday.